Yo, how you doing? I want to share with you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So if you're following me, you've probably seen I've created a musical with my friend Pete, and that's been going really well. And recently I've been posting about this embodied creator workshop, and I want to tell you a bit about why I'm doing all this. And the reason is because creativity has been such a foundational, fundamental part of my life over the past 7 years, and ultimately my transformation over that period. And when I think back to before I left the UK 7 years ago, I remember when I would write on social, on like internet dating profiles, what are your hobbies? They would ask, and I'd be like, fuck, what are my hobbies? And yeah, the only thing I would think of be able to write really was socializing, like drinking and partying, or gaming, like on my PlayStation or whatever. And that was my hobbies. And now just saying that feels so weird, because my hobbies are now, playing music, writing music, creating comedy, performing comedy, creating shows, writing shows, and designing, branding, like copy, so many creative things which I just didn't do before. And really, especially in this past year, with stepping into the musical and really stepping into these like ultimate layers, more higher levels of my gifts, my life has transformed in so many ways. And Pete and I coined a term for kind of who I was 7 years ago, which is a closet creator. So I was someone that had all of this energy, this desire in me, but I didn't really know what the energy was, and that was something that I really wanted to do. And the reason why I didn't know I wanted to do it is because it was suppressed at a young age. And I actually saw some of my home videos, VHS. My dad uploaded VHS videos to Google, and there was this one video in it where I was just going around singing and dancing. I'd found a Yellow Pages, if any of you know what Yellow Pages is. And I just picked it up and started going around the room singing like Yellow Pages, Yellow Pages. If you've seen the podcast with Pete and I, you've seen a bit more detail in that. But then my mum and dad, bless them, a few things happened, and they said, basically, shut up, stop singing and stop dancing all the time. And and fair enough, it's probably annoying, but what they failed to do, which is fair enough, they're doing their best, don't hold anything against them, is give me an outlet for all that energy. And so what ended up happening is I ended up suppressing a lot of it. And this happens so often with people, with children. They get suppressed, and they hold in their creativity. They feel like it's safer to go under the radar, and that's what happens. So common. And so what's happened over the past 7 years is I've been like escaping my old patterns and trying new things and exploring new areas. I picked up the guitar and I started, maybe I can just start playing the guitar. In my life before, that would have been like, oh no, I don't play the guitar. Like, that's for guitarists. That's for people like, I'm too old for that. And they're like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna pick up the guitar. So I started playing that, and I started singing, and then I was like, oh, I can sing. And all those times I would sing in the car when no one else could hear me, and think like, oh, I think I can hit the notes here. That started coming through, and my voice started opening up more and more, and people started telling me how much they enjoyed it when I sang. And that was a whole journey in itself that I'll perhaps tell you about another day. But getting comfortable to sing in front of people was fucking difficult for me, so terrifying. And it was years of just like hiding in the background, avoiding it. And it's only in the past year with the musical. My first time performing on stage was March last year, and then a few months later we did the musical. So it was just kind of like this at home, and then a little bit up, and then at one point it just went poof, and took off, like exponential growth. So why am I saying all this? I would love, what my mission is now, one big part of my mission is to help other people that are closet creatives, people that feel like they're creative but perhaps too scared to put it out there. They don't want to label themselves, scared to label themselves as an artist or a creator, to step into that. So guiding people to step into that, that's really what the embodied creator workshop is about. And really letting go of that perfectionist and giving people the permission to step into that creativity, because I've witnessed and I've experienced in my own life how powerfully stepping into creativity and more full expression can transform all areas of your life, and how it did with my life, from relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, the way I show up in my kind of career and in my work, just the way how I feel in myself and how expressed I feel, how in my truth I am, and then ultimately how much fun I'm having, how much fulfillment I'm having from creating, which is, and creativity ultimately is everything. It's the original thing, the creation of the universe. We are all about creation. Our main reason for existence is to create more of us, is to create babies and to keep the species going. So creation is so fundamental, and yet in our society, it's so suppressed and it's not seen as an important thing. We're in schools, we're taught to just, keep our head down, do what we're told, and put our hand up if we want to go to the toilet, and just follow the given rules set. Creativity is not really encouraged as a fundamental thing. So this is what I'm all about now, is creativity and helping other people step into that. And one of our taglines for Awaken Edutainment, which is the business that Pete and I have founded and which holds Conscious the Musical and holds the Embodied Creator Workshop, is evolve through creative expression. And that is what I want to help people do. So I'm doing that already with the Embodied Creator Workshop, and I want to do it even more, start bringing on more one-on-one clients to help people step into their power, their passion and their purpose through creative expression. So this is a little bit about my why, and when you see me sharing about all these things, hopefully you know a bit more about why the hell I'm doing it and why it's important to me. So thank you for listening. I'll keep sharing more like this. As someone who says about creativity and being seen, it's important that I show up in this way as well. And this is good motivation for me, because I can avoid it as well. I'm guilty of just avoiding. It's easy not to share online, but it's something that I'm growing more passionate about as I find my message and my purpose. It's more motivating for me to get it out there in the world. So this is part of me doing that. Thank you for listening, sending you love, and see you soon.